The vibe, everything down there in Tampa Bay. I was surprised to not see you on a jet ski yesterday.
No jet ski, no spoken word poetry. There's a few things I had to refrain from.
You did make it to Saturday Night Live, though.
How about that?
Ow, ow!
Mind-blowing.
The ultimate compliment.
Yeah, that's
incredible.
Yeah.
You did a pretty good job.
Have you heard from Chris Redd, who impersonated you? Have you had any interaction with him?
We've been messaging back and forth, talking,
I've
been a big fan of his during the stand-up days, and now that he's on SNL, you know, maybe you'll see me on SNL doing a little collaboration.
Oh, a little spoken word on SNL. I'm here for it. We gotta
Ladies
talk
and
about
gentlemen,
this Pizza Hut commercial I saw on Instagram yesterday, and it's time for the lead block.
Lead block.
Let's do it. The Buccaneers had their Super Bowl champion boat parade yesterday. What a dream this was. In case you haven't heard, it got a little wild. The Bucs were having plenty of fun on the water yesterday, as they should, and obviously some fun on the mic as well. Take a look and a listen.
wrong.
I cannot take credit for any of this. All right, we have the best coaching staff in the NFL, and we damn sure got the best players in the NFL. All right? And anybody that says running back, all right, that's Kansas City's. We're going for 2. All right, we're going for 2, and we ain't stopping.
Hey, we want Levante back again, so y'all make it happen. Do whatever y'all got to do, because I want him back. I don't play good without him. I'm letting it be known we the best duo in the world. In the world. We're the #1 team in the world. I'm so proud for my dog, man. This means more for him, because he going to do it again. I created a special bond with all these guys.
Your ain't going nowhere.
We ain't running it back. We going for 2. All that. Let's get it. I love y'all. Yo, to my teammates, coaching staff, front office, I love y'all to death, man. Y'all families deserve this. We deserve this. We worked hard all year.
You ain't going nowhere either.
Yeah! We ain't going nowhere. We doing it again. We love y'all. God bless. See ya.
It was the best. I couldn't have written it better. We also got this. I asked for it and received. Here's Devin White taking laps around Raymond James Stadium. A little victory lap on his horse, Dream. This seems like a dream. What we're looking at right here. Excellent footage. And we've got more. You cannot miss it right here on the show. I'm happy to tell you guys that Devin White will be on our program. And so will Shaq Barrett.
Look out.
I cannot wait. This was it. He made his final pass after the season's over, Kyle.
It's unbelievable. And you know what? He's got 7 of those things. If he threw in the water, he'd be like, oh, well, I got 6 other ones.
Yeah.
That was a high-risk throw right there.
This is a cool one. This is from, yeah.
Do you think they practiced that?
This is Chris Godwin's wife with the view.
Yeah.
Woo!
What a time to be alive, man.
Cam Brake making
Makes me nervous.
clutch
It's like Michael Jackson with the baby. Careful with that.
Blanket?
Yeah.
Nate, it was cool to see a celebration in the warm weather and on a boat. What did you like?
Everything about it.
Yeah.
The fact that they unveiled themselves after a long year. 2020 was hard on everybody, and for the team that made it to the top, to the mountaintop, and then ended up winning, you got to think about what they went through. Like Tom Brady left New England, came there, he couldn't practice with his guys. They didn't have your typical off-season. There wasn't the same type of training camp. So just like Mike Evans was saying, when he said, man, we put in the work, he's talking about himself, talking about the family, the adjustments, the sacrifices, and then Tom Brady enjoying himself like it's his first Super Bowl.
Yeah, and
like,
his first beer.
His first beer. Dude had the noodle legs with his homeboy. Well, I've been in that position before, and it wasn't celebrating no Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But no, I loved it. And I love these guys really showing their emotions, because oftentimes we get caught up in the bravado and the ego of football, and they're all tough. But you can almost hear the tears behind their words as they speak on the different things that they've been through.
Tears? I don't know. It sounded like a lot of expletives to me. I loved it. It was Bruce Arians in all his glory. Just beer bottle in his hand, is enjoying himself after years and years and years of not winning the big one or not getting to the big one. B.A. gets it, but this is the guy. Brady was a different version of Brady. Blaine Gabbert is having a time right there. That's Gabbert right there.
Awesome.
What an amazing collection of guys. The truth is, you know, the whole, he ain't going nowhere. Well, Levante David's a free agent. Chris Godwin's a free agent. Shaq Barrett's a free agent. Antonio Brown's a free agent. All these guys.
Well, he said they're not going.
That collection of guys might never be together again. So to me, that was cool. I made the comment to Sean because he was talking about how cold it was during his parade. And Mike Robinson was here in your chair. He was like, during my parade, it was freezing cold in Seattle.
This was cool.
I don't think we've had a warm weather Super Bowl team win since the Buccaneers in the early 2000s. really can't think of it. I mean, Philadelphia was freezing cold. Indianapolis was freezing cold. Denver's freezing cold. To see these guys on boats, throwing drinks, having a blast, throwing Lombardis. After the year we've been through, gosh, was that refreshing. It felt like it was a different universe.
It felt like we got to the end zone. I felt like it was really cool. My favorite meme that I saw was Brady was the freshman at homecoming, Gronk was the senior, and then Bruce Arians was the alumnus at homecoming. Like, they had every species.
Yeah.
And honestly, the shot of Brady being walked out that we've all seen that we're not
Drunk Tom Brady trending all day.
You know, there's a million jokes to be made about it. I found it one of the most relatable moments in Tom Brady's entire life, because most of us have been that person before, and we've also been the person walking the person before. We've all had our drunk Brady moment. I was at my wedding.
The first night that we all go out, the first white wine spritzer I see, that will be me.
2 sips into the spritzer, and Nate is carrying you over the sewer drain to throw up. I thought I was happy for him. I was happy for all of them, and I don't even have jokes for Brady other than, like, we have all been Brady, and we can never say that in our lives. So God bless you.
It's true.
Timothy, with your thoughts, what do you guys think of the parade? We do have Devin White on the show. Shaq Barrett is joining the program. Anthony Miller will be here as well. We have a packed one for you today. Thanks for choosing us. And it's all been Tampa Bay, right? We've been talking about them day in, day out since they won Super Bowl 55, and rightly so. So let's put this around the breakfast table here. Who's the Buccaneers' biggest winner this week? We saw a lot of them in all that footage we just saw, Kyle.
I'm actually going to flip it on its head. I'm going to say one of the biggest winners this week was a coach for the Kansas City Chiefs, but a coach for the 1989 Kansas City Chiefs, who's currently the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bruce Arians, can you imagine this? Look at the man right there. That's back when he was with the Chiefs, who he just beat. You know it because it says Arians on the side of his giant air traffic controller headset. All he did was complete a 46-year journey in coaching. 46 years. It started with him being a GA at Virginia Tech. And then follow Mississippi State, Alabama, Temple, Kansas City, Mississippi State, New Orleans, Alabama, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, Arizona, Tampa. And Bruce Arians is finally a Super Bowl champ. I mean, this is 2 decades ago. He was never going to be in that club. He was never going to get the head coaching job, let alone cash it in and win a Super Bowl in the fashion he did against Andy Reid. Because you know this guy wearing the headset? That's him right now. That's 45 years after he got into his coaching profession. You don't see it like that. Unbelievable. You know, a couple of years ago, we had McVay get into it when he felt like he was about 25 years old. Now we got BA doing it after 4+ decades. I think he was the biggest winner.
It's funny because he's on that boat right there with Tom Moore, who's an 82-year-old assistant.
Tommy Moore was on there?
Oh, assistant coach, and they're hanging out. And, like, can you imagine the ride that they've been on? I'm going to go Brady, and obviously, we've been talking about the football side of it. He leaves Belichick. He says he can get the win. All that. I thought Brady was human this season, and I think that's like a different element of Brady. And as much as people in his circle might say, oh, come on, he's always been a human. He's got a human story, and he's a great dad and all this thing. I feel like there was this, you know, you couldn't have access to, like, you couldn't relate to Brady because there was all these titles, and he didn't talk much in the media up there in New England, and it was almost like he was part of that system. This year, he took a risk. I think a lot of people in their 40s right now are looking at their lives and saying, what am I doing? I'm going to take a risk myself. And I'm going to let it all hang out. Brady was loose, he was fun, and he was an underdog in the Super Bowl. If you think about all the times he's been there, they went on the road and won in Washington, they went on the road and won in New Orleans, they went on the road in Green Bay, and then they won the Super Bowl, and he beat Patrick Mahomes. You know, after the Mahomes game, we said, wow, Mahomes is human. Like, after the win, I feel like Brady is human. And yesterday, that only added to the narrative. He celebrated like a lot of people would celebrate after the year this country and this world has been through, and he finally had a chance to just let it all out. And again, Kyle, you said it yourself. I'm not making fun of Brady for the way he reacted. Of course, he was doing it responsibly. Everything was fine. He was enjoying himself, and good for him. This is a human being, Tom Brady, not the immortal Tom Brady that we've been so, you know, I guess, conditioned to treat him as.
Yeah, I'll stick with the quarterback position, and I'm not talking about Brady nor his backups. Speaking of that, shout out to Drew Stanton, who was brought in on the practice squad in December. My former teammate, who I saw at the game, is a Super Bowl champion.
Pretty awesome.
We'll talk about that a little bit later. Congratulations, Drew and the family. It was good to see you guys. But another quarterback, Byron Leftwich.
Okay.
Byron Leftwich, who was a player in this league and now is the coach, and he's been fantastic as an offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And, hey, you're talking about the players aren't going anywhere. Well, you better lock this dude up because he's going to be highly sought after. Over the last couple of seasons, they led the NFL with 75 TDs. This past season led the NFL with 296 yards per game. How about that, though? And how about the first team to score 30-plus points in 4 straight games in the postseason?
Isn't that crazy? It's never happened.
Unbelievable. So for all of this conversation about coaches, African-American coaches, let's show love to Byron Leftwich, because he right there just solidified himself as one of the best young coaches in the business.
And right with him is Todd Bowles. We talked about him a lot. We're giving him a lot of love throughout the playoffs, not just the Super Bowl, but he'll always be able to say, I'm the one who stopped Patrick Mahomes and this Chiefs offense from scoring a touchdown, and I robbed them of a run-it-back Super Bowl. He was that guy. But beyond that, Triggs, I started thinking about Todd Bowles a little more this week, couple of days removed from the game. Can we really hold against him what happened with the Jets at this point? And he's shown that he's one of the most brilliant, well-liked by his players, coordinators, around one of the top guys. But he had a 10-win season with the Jets. I feel like we don't talk about that. They never got him a quarterback. And then when he left, everything really devolved when they got a quarterback. So, like, what happened with the Jets there, I think there's an argument people are going to use and say he's a really good coordinator.